This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at the Carpenter Performing Arts Center for Musical Theater West's presentation of My Fair Lady. Hi, I'm Ashton Marcus with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm with
Catherine McDonough. I grew up in Dana Point, California. I went to Pepperdine University, and I've been working professionally in musical theater since then. This is my second show at Musical Theater West. I played the role of Dinah in South Pacific, and I'm really excited to be playing Eliza now in My Fair Lady. Eliza Doolittle is a draggle-tailed gutter snipe, as Higgins calls her, who lives in the slums of London and sells her flowers on Tottenham Court Road in Covent Garden. And Professor Higgins is a professor of phonetics, and he finds her on the street. There's sort of this instant fire or antagonism between the two of them, and she finds him, and he agrees to start teaching her lessons to become a proper lady, to have a more refined dialect, and to be able to better herself in life, to ascend to a higher social status as a result of her new way of speaking. Some interesting things happen along the way as the two of them spend more time together.
Your performance is fantastic. Seriously, it was fantastic. In fact, for a while, I've seen, obviously I've seen, My Fair Lady before with Julie Andrews, obviously with Rex Harrison, with Julie Andrews singing the part and all that. And I thought back when I first saw it, I thought, okay, I'm going to see this again. I've seen it a million times. Let's just see what goes on. And the first time I heard you sing, I was amazed. My jaw dropped, and I realized this is going to be an outstanding performance.
Thank you very much. That's a very nice thing to say. I love this music. I grew up a huge Julie Andrews fan as a little girl. I wanted to be just like her, and I loved this musical, and I was floored, really, that I was given the chance to sing these songs and play this strong, exciting, wonderful woman that goes through this incredible journey of basically becoming a new person, first in her speech, and then in her dress, and then in this fantastic inner strength that she gains as a result of this newfound confidence and ability to see herself as greater than she used to.
Yep. I'm not sure if people remember the entire story, but again, what I really like about the story was Henry Higgins saying, she can do this. I know she can do this. And the fact she was a working woman back then when women just didn't work. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to get married and have children, but you don't support yourself or your parents back then. So what do you think about that character? My Fair Lady is based on a George Bernard Shaw play called Pygmalion. And in the play, there's this really beautiful speech that Professor Higgins has where he tells Eliza, I don't want you to be the kind of woman that would fetch my slippers for me and do whatever I say. That is not appealing to me. I want you to be stronger than that. And he wants an equal. He wants someone that can stand up to him and not put up with his tempers and kind of match his fire and his passion. And that was not a commonly accepted role for women at that period of time to fight back or to be able to be independent or work for themselves or even stand up to men in conversation in that way. And it's really a gem of a story in that he wrote it in this period of time, this female character that is so strong and so independent and doesn't need to rely on a man in order to progress further. What she finds in this story is that she has everything she needs in herself, and then she gets to make the choice what to do with that. So, question: why did you get into musical theater anyway? I've kind of just always known I wanted to do it. I don't really remember a time when I didn't want to sing and dance, as cheesy as that sounds. And my parents don't really perform, so they sort of didn't know what to do with that initially. Just this little kid that was like, yeah, I'm going to sing. And I would just dress up and put on little shows and grew up doing theater in church and kind of just never stopped. I've never really been able to. I love it too much. It feeds me in a way that nothing else does. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to keep working and and to be paid to pursue my passion. My love is unreal, really. I'm still surprised by my paychecks. Like, oh, really? You're gonna pay me to dress up and sing? That sounds great.
So what kind of training did you go through? I mean, because a lot of people are born with talents. In fact, everyone, believe it or not, every person that I meet that I really admire, their singing and all that, or their acting, they usually say they start at a very young age, but also they do a lot of training.
Yes, I've had a lot of training. I started dancing lessons and when I was 3 or 4. And voice lessons sometime in middle school. And I went through a conservatory program in San Juan Capistrano, California Conservatory of the Arts. And that was a 6 to 7 hour commitment every day after school where I would sing and dance and act and do improv and Meisner work and Alexander technique. And then I went to Pepperdine and pursued a contract degree that was in straight theater through their theater department, so Chekhov and Shakespeare, and then classical vocal degree. So I studied opera for 4 years, and then sort of melded the two together in their musical theater productions at school. And then I continued to work with a coach and to stay in dance class and acting class, and I just always try to hone my craft and make myself kind of just the best possible candidate for any job I'm auditioning for. But it's a lot of dedication and hard work, and but I want it badly enough that I can't imagine. I love the work.
You know, when I first heard you singing, you open your voice and singing, I actually thought that you heard your voice and someone was playing a CD of Julie Andrews.
No.
Seriously. I thought, is this canned? She can't be doing the and even at the end, you didn't make any mistakes at all. Not one single mistake that I could see.
To say you thought I was Julie Andrews on a recording, that is maybe the best compliment I've ever been given. I just love her so much.
Plus, also, you don't have an English accent. Julie Andrews has an English accent.
That's true. That one she came by naturally. She didn't have to train for her own accent.
Yeah, because I'm told great voice actors, voiceover actors, not only do you have to be able to do an imitation of someone, you have to be able to act in their voice. Like, if you're being in pain, you have to be able to in pain in an English accent. Mm-hmm. And you managed to do all of that.
Yes. Oh, well, we have a great dialect coach for this. His name is Stephen Weston. And we worked a lot. We spent hours on both the Cockney and the RP dialect and the melding of the two when she slips back and forth, and really focusing on using cadence and intonation and consonants to convey the story that I wanted to tell with the words, and keeping it in the dialect in the way that someone with that dialect would say those things. But that's fun. I love working in dialects. I always wanted to be, Meryl Streep, and because she's so good at changing her voice for every character she plays, and that's been a very fun part of this process.
Again, I loved the performance. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
And this isn't even opening night. This is actually a preview because I got to be somewhere tomorrow.
Yes.
So thank you very much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. This was fun. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you once again. My Fair Lady will be playing at the Carpenter Performing Arts Center from October 23rd to November 8th. For more information, go to www.musical.org.